if you want to edit some of the images for your game, then Fireworks is the best application for this. The easiest thing to do is to remove a background. So for example, on this image I've got my picture of my explosion. I want to remove the black background, so I'm going to choose my magic wand tool, which is over on the toolbar underneath the bitmap options. By selecting that, I can click on anywhere on the black background, and the computer will try and decide where the boundary lies between the black background and the image of the explosion. Once you're happy, and you can see like with the moving line around the image and around the side of the screen, once you're happy with that, you can press delete or you can press backspace, and that'll remove the background. You can do that again if you wish. So here, for example, I might wish to just delete this part of the background as well, and you can remove as many different parts of the background as you like. The last thing to do is to click on the pointer tool or the selection tool and to double click anywhere on the background, and that will just disable the magic wand tool and allow you to move things or add things to your image again. And you may even wish to resize your canvas. I'm going to do that by clicking on the grey area and then clicking on fit canvas just to shrink the image down. And finally, I want to save my image. I'm going to call it explosion. And I'm going to make sure that I save it as a PNG, because a PNG is very similar to a JPEG, but a PNG will allow you to have that transparent background as well. If you don't do that bit, you'll find that all the hard work of deleting the background, when you put it into Scratch, you'll still keep a white background or a black background there. There we go, so that's now saved. The magic wand tool is really good at getting rid of a background when it's a simple image like this picture of an explosion with a single colour background, but for a more complex image such as this car, the magic wand tool wouldn't work because there are too many colours for it to actually work with. So the best tool to use would be the eraser tool, which is also underneath the bitmap section on the left hand side. Now the eraser tool works by just as if you were using a rubber on a piece of paper. The good thing about the eraser tool is that you can change the size, and it's always a good idea. In this case, I want to get rid of a lot of background, which is nowhere near the car, so I'm going to have the eraser quite big, and therefore I can just rub it out. You must make sure that you've actually selected the image first, otherwise the background won't actually rub out. Okay, so now I'm just going to rub very quickly and get rid of as much of the background as I possibly can. Being very careful not to touch the car, but trying to get as close to the car as I possibly can, because that gets rid of a lot of the hard work later on. As soon as you are happy with that, you can change the size down. And you need to think about zooming in, and zooming in is this area of the screen there, and you can zoom in as much as you want. I'm going to zoom in 300% just to get into the car, and then all I need to do is just keep rubbing away that background, getting as close to the car as I possibly can without actually damaging the picture itself. Don't worry if you do go over the car like that. You can go edit and undo, and once the image is actually completed, you can zoom back out to 100%, and you might decide to fit the canvas just like we did with the explosion image, and you can also change the background color of the canvas, and we can set that to be transparent. I set mine to be green right at the start, just because it makes it easier to see where the car finishes and where the background will actually be. Okay, and you should end up with, by the time you're finished, something that looks like that. Okay, so that's how to remove a background from an image using both the magic wand tool and the eraser tool.